There and welcome to the Call to Cinema. I am live right now. Ooh, I'm kind of like shadowy. I kind of like this. You're welcome to the Call to Cinema, an area of darkness. All right, so can you see me okay? Are you kind of glad I'm kind of shaded? Or you're like thinking right now, you know what? This is better. Downstairs in the movie library, I saw way too much of his face in high def. Not always the best thing. All right, I'm here. So I have a couple announcements from different companies here that we're going to go through. We're going to go through the Eureka stuff, the Elephant Films announcement that blew my mind. Hey there, Alan. We are going to look at the Arrow announcement. We're going to look at a lot of companies today. Hey there, Mary. But first off, well, I got a tech question for you guys, and I need your tech expertise. So some of you guys here, I was speaking to my good friend Brian from Just a Disc and Pure Cinema Podcast, and you should be listening to that. Also, by the way, guys, if you do a podcast or anything like that, please let us know. Hey there, Steve, because I listen to as many podcasts as I possibly humanly can, and anytime I can get another good one put into my way, I always do it. Oh, no, I'm actually wanted to make sure that I did an earlier one, and I did this specifically basically because I wanted to do an earlier podcast, and also because sometimes the people over in the UK or in other parts of the world can't get on and watch a lot of this stuff because I'm live like much later, and they miss out, or it's too early in the morning, or they're going to work, or that type of thing. So hopefully I've chosen a good time for everybody here tonight on a Saturday. So just so you know, there may be parts of this video where I go to the screen, sweat my butt off, and come with a different shirt on because it's super hot up here and I only have a tiny ceiling fan that I'm using. Hey there, River. But let's start with the announcements first, or actually, can I ask you guys a little tech question first? I may have the chance to pick up a microphone for podcasting purposes. And if I pick it up now, then the one that I will be picking up is, you're listening to Just a Disc? Great. He did actually recently, he's got a new one coming out that I'm really excited about, with him and his spouse actually, and I love those. And he's got a not so excited one with me. No, it's a good one with me too, and a lot of good stuff coming up. But anyway, so I have a chance to get a mic, and I was actually just talking to Brian about this. So the mic that I have the chance to get is a Snowball Ice. So a blue Snowball Ice. Are you familiar with the Snowball Ice? It's like, it doesn't do Omni. It does, kind of like straight on. Well, I would go side to it, not really straight on. But what do you think? You sure? Well, that's fancier, Italian Dad. That's super fancier. Because, big news? Oh, yeah, there's some I think it's big news anyway. So, a company in France. Is it really? Because the ice is on for a really good price, so that's why I'm thinking about getting it. But before I do anything else, I'm going to do what I should do at the beginning of every video, and I'm going to start doing it because I feel bad when I don't. So, quick shout out to all my patrons out there. Because of you guys, I may have the chance to do this podcast, and that means a lot to me, and you guys have no idea. And right now it's been like super hard. So Action Jackman, Brent, Brian from Just a Disc and Pure Cinema, Dale, Dr. Mark, Mad Scientist, JR62, Ryan, and the other Ryan, and Shadow Price, thank you so much. Anytime you guys help, like whether you help me on Patreon or you give like a one-time like super chat support, that you have no idea what that means, especially right now. It's been a rough month. It's been a rough couple months. Anyway, let's get back to the happy part. But I wanted to say that's the happy part too. So Elephant Films is a company coming out of France. And I was nervous at first because they've been able to do something that Scream Factory tried to do and could not succeed in. And Scream Factory put together the Halloween box set, and they're putting together a Friday 13th box set. That's pretty awesome stuff. So what could they do that Scream Factory couldn't get done? This. right back here. So if you kind of see this, and you're not quite sure what this is, well, this is Werewolf. Now, from 1987 to 1988, there was a series that came on Fox called Werewolf, started with John J. York and Chuck Connors. Well, initially Chuck Connors for the first pretty much season or so. And it was glorious. If you were a horror fan back then and you really liked like get some really cool horror on TV, really, really good. Oh, dude, sorry to hear about that, man. Keep your foot up. Keep it elevated. That's important. I know because I broke my foot once. It's coming out. It's finally coming out. It's coming out. It's getting a 6-disc set, and it's going to have a 52-page book, which I won't be able to read. Not initially. I'm learning French, but I will be able to look at the pictures. But for those that are going to ask this question right now, yes, the series was filmed in English, and the series that's coming out from Elephant Films is going to be English and it'll have French subtitles, but the subtitles can be taken off. So anybody that's been a big fan of the series Werewolf, who knows the amazing work that went into those costumes and how incredible they looked, and are super excited right now, and you're not responding, I'm actually very shocked. Werewolf is one of these shows that most horror geeks have been wanting to get on come out for ages. It's kind of like up there with Freddy's Nightmares is one of those shows that you kind of need. It's aside from I'm melting. There it is. Are you excited about Werewolf? Oh, dude, it was good. I mean, the guy in it was like an Australian actor, and was he Australian? Yeah, I think, or did he just use an Australian accent? I'm trying to remember. John J. York. Anyway, because he was on General Hospital. I think he's still on General Hospital. That's where he went afterwards, and he stayed there forever. But it was a super good show. Let me see if I can find you right now the Werewolf TV series, Werewolf. I tried to lower my screen here, brightness, so that you guys should hopefully be able to see. So let's see if this is it. This is not very good quality because obviously this is from a burn somewhere. But there we go. Nope, that's not it. I hate when I go to find something and I'm like, okay, that's got to be it, and then it's not. But here's a pretty much picture of the show. I know I saw the Ben Stiller one. That's excellent. That's John J. York right there, and there is like the werewolf costume. You can kind of see the head of the werewolf costume right there. This, of course, is a burn, not a real one. This is one that was kind of like made by somebody. But it's finally coming out. Werewolf is finally coming out. It was announced by Scream Factory years ago, and unfortunately could not get the rights to it. Joe, well, I thought it was big news, but apparently nobody knows about it. Well, that's part of the big news, is that Elephant Films is putting out Werewolf, the TV series, for the first time on DVD. It's never been out before. It has been 35 years in the coming of this series. It's had many bootleg releases, and it has one of the best werewolf costumes you're going to get that's not on a big screen. I'm serious. It's a really, really good werewolf costume. And you got Chuck Connors as the main bad guy werewolf. That's not giving anything away. You know that right away. It's kind of in the opening of the show. Basically, the series is about this guy played by John J. York, who has just come home. He's been gone away. One of his friends has come home. I think played by, if I remember correctly, by Raphael Sbarge. So he goes over to see his friend, and his friend's acting really weird and tries to get rid of him first, right, initially. But what's happened is that his friend has gotten bitten by a werewolf, played by Chuck Connors, and his friend attacks him, and he has to kill his friend, unfortunately, at the beginning of the show. Not a big giveaway, and he gets clawed at that time. So he soon finds out that his friend is actually it was true. Like, his friend was a werewolf. He wasn't like going crazy. It wasn't like in his mind. So basically, what he finds out is he asks this person, you can cure your curse of being a werewolf if you go, hey there, George, and you find the head of the pack. So if you find the leader of the pack there, then you can and kill him, then you will be cured of your werewolfism. And so the series, the basic idea behind the show is that he's going after like the Chuck Connors character every week. Can you show? Oh, you can always. Of course you can. It is coming out on October 26th, 2020. So another incredible October release. And which is good because we were just let down recently by an October release announcements. And that's kind of a segue into the Arrow Video announcements. So let's do that next. Let's talk about Arrow Video. So Arrow Video decided to make some announcements for their October run. And although there's some good movies there and some ones that I really want to get, they're not exactly Halloween-y type October films, if you know what I mean. If you know the announcements, then you already do know. So we'll go through them right here. So there is the Cold Light of Day, which is coming in the UK, United States, and Canada. Warning from Space. Too bad AME isn't here, because if he was, I kind of think that's the one that he would be digging on, is Warning from Space. And I want to make sure I'm thinking of the right one, because I think... Does anybody know Warning from Space? Warning from a Pace. No, it doesn't work that. Yeah. So it is a kind of... It's one of those, monster movies. Kujishima, it's an alien one. Here is for instance, here's like a picture. This is probably like a cheap picture cover, but here was a cover of Warning from Space. Right there. Looks like Starro from Justice League if you're a comic geek like me. Anyway, looks interesting. And The Last Starfighter, which I am super excited about. That's a movie that I saw in theater because I'm an ancient person and I'm very old. That was in 1984. So I saw that back when I was 13. And the other one, there's a big edition of The Deeper You Dig coming out. And it looks like it has an extra film on it called The Hatred. It's got like a book and a poster and everything. And I will be totally honest with you. I'm looking up right now to see what The Deeper You Dig is, because I kind of don't know. I don't think I've seen it. It must be a newer film. Oh, it is a newer film. In the aftermath of a roadside accident, the line between the living and the dead collapses for a mother, a daughter, and a stranger. Sounds really interesting. Nothing really classic horror, as in as in what you think of as in pulling out all the stops type of thing. Now, it's been a really wacky type of year, so I can understand it, but normally Arrow is pretty much on their game. There's like some big Giallo set coming out, like a Deep Red special edition, or there's like Phantasm or Hellraiser. And this one time we're getting The Last Starfighter, which I do want, and The Warning from Space, which, movies I'll get. You made a Vinegar Syndrome order. Fist bump. What'd you get? So for those of you that are looking and saying, where the hell is he? Well, I am upstairs where I do a lot of my work at. So this is my iMac. It is ancient, but it's still working so far. So fingers crossed. As you can see, I have my Vinegar Syndrome reading book here, the Vinegar Syndrome list of their catalogs. I still wish they put these things out. For some reason, these things have gotten super expensive to get, and that drives me up the wall. But great pictures and stuff in here. That's from Liquid Sky. You got notification. I'm jealous, Alan. I'm super jealous because I have not got notification yet. But they said it can be up till August the 13th for the notification for for getting your stuff. I don't think they're a new Tenebrae edition. They've released like 2 or 3 Tenebrae editions. Hey there, Dave. And look, as you can see over here, this is like a small shelf that I use for my reviewing and for just my casual watching. Italian Dan, I'm coming for you, man. No, I'm very jealous. How many titles did you go for? I went all out on the Severance sale. I got to say, even more so. Like I got a few. I got like 8 on the Vinegar Synonym sale when it came out, and that was, you guys know that I struggled for those. But I saved up and I like went without food sort of for like a couple of weeks. I'm not even lying. And I got 18 Severance titles. So I have a problem. I'm Aaron. I have a problem. I got to open up here. 17. I should have got, next time I'm getting some Intervision stuff. I really need to. I need to catch up my Intervision stuff. So this here, this is actually, aside from the sweltering heat, this is actually pretty comfortable. Well, Dave, you did mention MISC. Please know this, because unfortunately, a lot of people haven't. Ellie Wars, Savage Dawn, Spookies, LP, and a buttload of clear cases. That rocks. I really enjoyed Ellie Wars, by the way. Werewolf, the film, the TV series from the 80s, from 1987, 1988, is finally getting a release. So I am super excited. But apparently I was the only one, because I'm the only person old enough here to remember the TV show Werewolf, which came on in Fox. Back in the days when Fox would pretty much recycle the same 5 or 6 programs all day long. You see the same episode of Married with Children all the time. But I'm honest. Hey there, JR. Tell me what Werewolf is. Tell me what Werewolf is, the TV series, before I go any farther, because I'm going to go farther, deeper. We're going to dive deeper into all this stuff. But anybody. So if anybody knew what the series Werewolf is before I mentioned it today, put your hand up. Dude, it is really cool. It is a reason to be excited. And Elephant Films is putting it out. I'd never heard of Elephant Films before. Scholar, tell me you knew Werewolf. Man, come on. Did you know the show? Do you know how old I feel right now? I feel like I should be getting my walker out and like, remember that show? But obviously not. But anyway, I'm upstairs in basically my workroom, and I actually have a bed right there where I lie down to watch TV. I have a 55-inch 3D television set that I use to screen a lot of things on. Unless it's my 4K, then I do that downstairs. Why, sir? Thank you. We'll go with that. That is awesome of you. All right, so Eureka made their announcements as well. Let's talk about those, because there's exciting stuff with Eureka. So Eureka is putting out the best damn looking edition of 976 Evil I've ever seen. Sleepwalkers, which came out, of course, from Scream Factory. You do need to see it. It's a really good show. Chuck Connors, man, Jared's got Chuck Connors. Grange Hill, Series 9 and 10. And I'm going to guess, probably a lot of you don't know Grange Hill is either, but it was a show. But probably most exciting of all for a lot of people, let's go to it right now. Come on, open up. Is this one right here. Come on. This is the Bride with White Hair. So before Ronnie Yu was coming in to revitalize the Chucky franchise and do really cool stuff with that, and before he took on Freddy versus Jason and screwed up Jason's character because he didn't understand him at all, he did an amazing film called The Bride with White Hair. I think there was a sequel as well. But this is the original Bride with White Hair. Feature-wise, it has a limited edition O-card, 1080p presentation from a stunning new 4K restoration, Cantonese audio, plus optional English and Mandarin audio tracks as well. You're going to have newly translated English subtitles if you're like me and you got to listen to it in its original language. I know it's not. I just kind of like to tease on a bit. Alan, thank you. You know Werewolf? You're winning cool points. A brand new feature-length audio commentary by Asian film expert, I'm going to mess up this name, Frank Dejang. I'm probably wrong. Audio commentary with director Ron Yu, brand new interview with director Ron Yu, an archival making of featurette, and a limited edition collector's booklet featuring new writing by James Oliver, and I'm guessing that's not the cook. So I am super stoked to see this here I wish I'd get this to go bigger. Come on, go bigger. Get a good release. So Bride with White Hair is one that I saw back in the day. I actually had to send away to Video Search Miami to get this thing, and I super enjoyed it. Chuck Connors is the bad guy, so that's even better. John J. York is the good guy. He's a young guy, right? Young, good-looking guy type thing. But Chuck Connors is the bad werewolf, the one that John J. York is like kind of chasing after in every episode to try to kill, so that he can be rid of his werewolfism. So as for the other films, I'm guessing you guys aren't interested in Grange Hill, so we won't even go into that. If any of my UK friends over here know what Grange Hill is, let me know. So 976 Evil gets an auto commentary with Robert Englund and set decorator Nancy Booth Englund. I got a feeling that those two might be, kind of married. There's the 976 Evil home video version, 105 minutes long. There is a new interview here with special effects artist Howard Berger, a new interview with Kevin Yeager, of course, who worked on Nightmare on Elm Street, and of course, Child's Play as well. There is a new interview with producer Lisa Hanson, and again, one of their amazing collector's edition booklets as well. And 976 Evil has this really new cool artwork. I do apologize that I can't get this to go any bigger, but it is actually, just trust me on the fact that it's really cool. That's worth looking into later on. Eureka also is releasing Sleepwalkers, but it's pretty much the standard case that you would assume for Sleepwalkers. But it is like in an old slipcase. I was hoping for like new artwork for Sleepwalkers. There's a new auto commentary with director Mick Garris and film historian Lee Gambon. There's an older auto commentary with Mick Garris, Mad Chinamak, who is a goddess. She has aged amazingly. And Brian Krause. New interviews with cast and crew. Details to be coming, owing to what's going on in the world right now. Thank you, George. Now, you know Grange Hill, right? So, where I'm older, and I do remember the show. It's very much, Grange Hill is like the UK's version of Degrassi. If anybody that knows what Degrassi is, that's gonna click to them right now. I'm gonna get to, and actually I didn't see the 88 Films announcement, so I don't have that one up here, Cinematex, so thank you. So we'll get that up there as well. But there was a teacher, like a really nice teacher, on the show Grange Hill. But then he went to Coronation Street and became one of the most villainous characters that they ever had on the show. You shouldn't have came home. And then he starts hitting her with the crowbar. Then that's, oh yes, actually, I did, and I don't have it up here, so let me get that up here right now. So I can take off, let's take off the Werewolf one, since we know. By the way, for those that weren't here at the beginning of this, that Werewolf is a 6-disc set. It is going to, even though it is a French company, it is coming in English. And it is coming on October the 26th of this year. And it's going to have a 52-page book going with it as well. So even if you can't read French, you can look at the really cool pictures of the really, really cool werewolf and see Chuck Connors, who was in the very first season of that show. There ran 2 seasons. He was in the first season. I think he might have been in part of the second season, but he had somebody else come in the second season. I can't remember who it was. But let's go to that 88 Films one, because I know they made an announcement. And let's see if it's on their website. We'll check. If not, we'll go to. Come on. The neat thing about this is I really love the fact that I have my computer right here and I can actually go into this and bring things up to show you guys. Is 976 Evil region free? Good question, actually. Let me check for you. I love that I can do that. All right, does it say? It actually doesn't say. So okay, here we go. Runtime, aspect ratio, 18. No, it doesn't say. At this point, I'm going to assume it's region free, but I'd say we'll find out in the very near future. And it's, I guess the best way to find out is eventually I'll go on Amazon UK and see if it's there. But we're looking for the 88 Films releases, weren't we? So if they're on Twitter, which I know they were, then the announcements would have been there. Here we go. So as you can see, hopefully you can see, Schizoid is coming to 88 Films. Not a problem. I don't mind checking it all anytime. So Skid Side is really cool. I love this cover. Actually, it's pretty similar to the cover that I got on my double feature. But just seeing it on its own with the Dear Julie, Don't Let Me Do It Again, super cool. What's really frustrating about the movie Skid Side, because it is an excellent film, by the way, is that because it is so well remastered, the killer's face, which is you're not supposed to see because the picture is not going to be the best, is actually seen at the beginning of the film. Hey there, Javed. We also have 10 to Midnight. Now, I own 10 to Midnight from the Twilight Times, the now company Twilight Time edition. But this has a documentary, a full-length documentary. I think it's called like Sleazy Cops or something like that. So I'm actually really excited to see 10 to Midnight. I'm going to have to rebuy this. I'm going to have to get this. I was collecting the Slasher Classics collection anyway. So I'm going to use that as an excuse when my better half asks me, don't you have 10 to Midnight? And I'm going to be like, maybe I do. But I'm going to buy this one just in case, because it's one of my favorite films. And last but not least, I love this cover here, is Moon in Scorpio. Thank you. Actually, is that my favorite Bronson? Yes, actually, a lot of people ask me that. As a lot of people know that come here, like especially regularly, I'm a huge Charles Bronson fan. I grew up with all of his movies, the Death Wish films, and all that type of stuff. But 10 to Midnight is my favorite Bronson. Yeah, I mean, that's what I like too. Like, obviously, you can see that's going to be black on the inside, but the fact that they did the red slipcase, that's neat. And I mean, that's an attention to detail from their early stuff that I personally appreciate. And as somebody that is really anal about my, the cases and covers, I'll have a slipcase. But if you don't have Skid Side, if you don't have 10 to Midnight, if you don't have Moon and Scorpio, definitely worth getting. Is Eli Roth's Death Wish? Eli Roth did Death Wish. Are you talking about Death Sentence? I think it's called Death Sentence, right? The one with Kevin Bacon? Or are you talking about the remake with like the guy? What's his face? Die Hard, Bruce Willis. Yeah, it's okay. It's not Death Wish. Go watch that Kevin Bacon movie though. That's really good and much closer to the tone of what Death Wish is supposed to be in the remake. But yeah. Oh, the original is 100 times better. All right, so is anybody picking up any of these? NGD. NGD, I wonder what that is. Who's grabbing some of these releases? Getting 10 to Midnight. 10 to Midnight, I'm trying to remember Moon and Scorpio, actually. Beautiful cover. I don't know if I need to rebuy Skid Side again. I got to check to see what features are on there. The Werewolf one, too. Yeah, that's definitely one for me. I don't know if I would get it right away either, because in October, I got the Friday the 13th box set and another box set coming. And you know what that is. We'll go to it right now, actually. So let's go to Limewood Media. And obviously, I will be picking up the Fu Manchu set, and which has, of course, the Face of Fu Manchu, Brides of Fu Manchu, The Vengeance of Fu Manchu, The Blood of Fu Manchu, The Castle of Fu Manchu, and if you buy it, the price of the set is $49.99 in pounds, Chris. So for me, that's going to be a little bit pricey because I got to pay for shipping as well. I think for me, it comes up to around $64.99 with shipping included. And I'm in Canada, so it depends on where you live. But if you buy it from the website, you get a poster as well. And I absolutely adore this Fu Manchu for Mayor poster. So for those that are unaware, this baby here is going up in my condo in Morocco. So if any of you guys are ever in Morocco, you're going to see Fu Manchu on my wall. So yes, 49 pounds for the set, but it's not the only horror that's coming out around that time, or is that already out, this one here? So obviously they're doing, oh, this one's out, this one's out now. I Monster, with Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, and Mike Raven. It's kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde story. When will I be going to Morocco? Not soon enough, man. When I go to Morocco, it's going to be probably, we don't know, because the way things are going on right now. Holding furries. It's not. I mean, yes. That's it. This is the indicator site itself. Yes. So I'm right on the indicator site right now. Fu Manchu. It was a different time. It was a different period. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it because I love the Fu Manchu stuff. I do, from the Boris Karloff original stuff. What's really neat is on the Fu Manchu box set, by the way, they actually have a couple, because Fu Manchu started, it was a serials, like, well, it was a book first, but they had serials as well. So they do that's their one sale a year, is their November sale, usually is when they do it. Now, they do have kind of a sale going on right now, a mini sale, sort of. So for those that are unaware, they have 3 for 30 pounds on certain titles, which we'll get to in a second. But they have something now called, you guys probably know this better than me, Fu Manchu does play him in all 6 films. Sorry, 5 films. So Fu Manchu is played by Christopher Lee plays Fu Manchu. Did they put it on hold? Yeah, that is kind of racist. Yeah, YouTube. You should know better. So there's like a 3 for 30 pound sale, and it's on on their stuff that I think is their regular edition, their non-limited edition stuff. So you get like Body Double by Pop. Now these are 3 for 30 pounds, so that's 10 pounds each, right? Hardcore, The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, Charlie Varick, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, Christine, 10 Rillington Place. Hey there, bro. How's it going, man? It's pretty good. I'm melting. The New Centurions, The Passenger, Bunny Lake is Missing, Mysterious Island, Torture Garden, Oz Lower Mars, First Men in the Moon, Vampires, The Last Movie, Paul Schrader's film Blue Collar, Experiment in Terror, and Charles Bronson's movie The Stone Killer. Hey there, Mike. Now, it's different. It depends. Like, for instance, if I go to, I don't know, we'll go to The Stone Killer, for instance. And The Stone Killer, for instance, it shows right here, is region free. Now, getting these movies here for 10 pounds is actually pretty cool. So, for instance, like Blue Collar, let's hit that one, for instance, is region B locked. Experiment in Terror, one of my favorites, with Lee Remick and I think Glenn Ford, right, is region free. That's an excellent film. And let's check out something like Torture Garden, which I have downstairs in the limited edition case of. And that one is region free as well. And if you don't have Torture Garden, not only do you get the film, which is, by the way, really good, but it also gives you the 93-minute cut of it, the 100-minute alternate TV cut of the film. It gives you a 77-minute interview with Freddie Francis, who was an amazing cinematographer and director. It gives you a 5-minute thing with Ted Wallace, a 17-minute interview with Ramsey Campbell talking about Robert Bloch. Do I have Fatal Attraction? I don't actually. I need to get that on Blue, actually. There's a 25-minute talk with Kim Newman as well. And there's an 8-minute interview with Fiona Sabowski, who is, of course, I think the daughter of Milton Sabowski. Hey there, Alan. Welcome back, man. I'm upstairs today. I'm way upstairs, too, like up all the stairs. I am up all the stairs. We'll go with that. But as you can see, yeah, I mean, like, to get movies like Hardcore I would love to have. An incredible film by Schrader. It's region free. So Hardcore is region free. If you've never seen Hardcore, it's a bit of a hard watch for some people. but it is an excellent, excellent film, and it has some neat special features, and it has a nice latest score. I wonder where I was. Yeah, no, this is where I come. This is my movie watching room. So if I'm watching a horror film or something, my better half can't really watch or isn't going to really like. I have a TV upstairs. I have a 55-inch. Thank you. I need a cooler shirt today because it's so warm. So I have a 55-inch TV up here, and I have like a small kind of shelf that I rotate movies on for movies that I'm watching and reviewing. So I always have the Power Rangers up here because I'm always watching that type of stuff and I just completed watching the Lindsay Baker set. It's hardcore. No, it's not. I mean, like it's there's a meaning behind the movie hardcore, behind the title for the film, and I don't want to give it away. But no, you don't expect like it to be like an X-rated film or anything like that. It's George C. Scott. There's no way he's doing an X-rated film. You would like kick their butts, man. You know he would. A sort of warlock has been going on for a while. Indicator has this 30 for 30 pounds, 3 for 30 pounds. I wish it was 30 for 30 pounds. On some select titles. X-ray George C. Scott. That'd be scary. X-ray George C. Scott would be super scary. So basically, it's like not their limited editions, but it's their regular Blu-ray editions. But really, really check it out. I am so tempted to like be the first nude freaking podcast. That's what it's going to be. It's hot. But there's a lot of stuff here. If you missed out, you didn't get Charlie Varick is here. Thanks for the visual. Sorry, man. I apologize for that. The New Centurion, which is an incredible film as well. I need to get that one too. Man, I'm going to try. I got to try and convince my better half. See, we're going to order the Fu Manchu set. So what I need to do, I can't let my better half watch this video, is stumble across this where we're getting ready to order the Fu Manchu set and see if she like lets me get 3. I promise you, it's not going to be that. I'm not that cruel, guys. I'm not that cruel. What's hardcore about? Anybody want to describe it without really giving away the kind of the twist? George C. Scott is looking for his daughter. And hey there, Spawn. Welcome to the Cult of Cinema. And if this is your first time, guys, welcome. And it is not a happy story, but it's the porn business. There you go. He finds out that she is involved in that. And there is a pretty intense scene when he really discovers it, where it's basically a, oh my God, not my daughter type of thing, when he actually sees the film. And it is a incredible film, extremely well done. George C. Scott is an amazing actor. The Changeling is one of my favorite ghost stories. The only thing with The Changeling, and I'll say this again, and I've said it before, is I can't believe that there's a ghost that's not afraid of George C. Scott. Because, it's George C. Scott. Like, if you are a ghost and you're going to haunt a house and you're like, man, I'm totally going to haunt a house. You get into that house and you see George C. Scott there and he's like, what's that? And you're like, nothing, man. I'll take the next house over. I am not haunting George C. Scott. No way. You're a badass. I'm not doing it. That's the way that I see George C. Scott. All right. So Scream Factory, of course, the biggest event horizon has been set to next year, but that's okay as long as they're putting out some good stuff. So when is How to Make a Monster coming? When is that coming out? Let's check. I'm actually kind of curious because I like this film a lot. How to Make a Monster is coming in November. Oh, why not October? See, that would be perfect for my October. I'm going to go hunt James Brolin. Yeah, exactly. Especially like that era James Brolin. World Colossal Beast, I'm guessing is November as well. Pumpkinhead, I think is coming in September. But of course, the one everybody's getting. I don't know anybody that's probably not getting this here set, like the Friday 13th set. I will be doing a video before the set comes out, like going over all the Friday 13th shit. They did delay Event Horizon. Actually, I think it's till 2021. Let me just check here to be sure. But I think there was some new stuff that they were able to get. But Event Horizon is now coming January the 5th of 2021. So if you got it pre-ordered, you're going to save some extra money. That's a good thing, right? And it will be Region A locked for Event Horizon. That's a movie that a lot of people have wanted to come out. I'll be honest with you. The first time I saw Event Horizon, I didn't actually like it very much. And I'm a huge Lovecraft fan. So for the Friday 13th collection, I think that is Region Locked. Let's find out here, see if it says. Come on, tell me here. Yeah, it says Region A. Spanning a film series going so far from 1980 to 2009, with nothing coming out anytime after that. Because why? Because petty lawsuits. That's why. That's what happens. Is it really your first order after 17-year break? See, me too, Scott. When I was after 17-year break, I order from Amazon CL all the time. Especially because right now, I have a package waiting for me, but it's in customs. And it's been in customs for like a month. They're not doing anything on it. How many films will be in the set? Well, as far as we know right now, there's going to be all the Friday 13th films from the first film, Paramount film, all the Paramount 8, all the New Line films, and the Platinum Dunes film as well. So you're going to get all of the films in the set. Hey there, Amy. I actually mentioned you earlier. You know why? Because Warning from Space is coming out from Arrow Video, and I thought that would be something you'd be interested in. Event Horizon could be described as Hellraiser in space. But there is already Hellraiser in space, though. We got the fourth Hellraiser movie. It's kind of got like a Hellraiser in space portion. But I don't remember Warning in Space very well, Amy, so I figured you know it better than I would. The picture was cool, with the Starro-looking alien. I love Nightbreed, actually. So much so that I got very upset originally when Scream Factory said that they were going to put out Nightbreed, and it became one of my most watched videos. For my outrage, I don't do that anymore. Maybe I should, but I don't. But I love the movie Nightbreed. I go back and forth on which cut I like the most. I don't like what you call the Cabal cut, because it's just like everything thrown in and it doesn't make a lot of sense. I do, however, like both the theatrical and the director's cut. I just go back and forth on which one that I like more. But yeah, I'm definitely. So there it is, right there, Warning from Space, right alongside The Last Starfighter. So is anybody picking up any of the October releases from Arrow Video? Like, they've got releases I want, but I don't think any of them are ones that I gotta grab initially as like an October release. The one really kind of cool thing is that the one that did the writing on The Last Starfighter, she's really good, so I'm looking forward to that. So I want to get that before that. Was it a print? That, do you know that when I did a one on Instagram that got over 100 views, and I'm like shocked. Like, my Instagram videos never get like 5 views. So I get this message from Instagram: your Instagram TV video got over 100 views, and I'm like, anger does that. You were interested in all of them, Warlock? They're good titles. I mean, it's just I don't see a lot of them as like gotta have like an October titles. You know what I mean? With especially like when you're choosing like, am I gonna buy like Cold Light of Day right now, or am I gonna buy the Friday the 13th box set or the Fu Manchu set? One leans more towards, for me, for what like a big horror thing. Jerry, if you're buffering, that happens sometimes. It's happened to Kubrick here. So just try and just refresh the page, and that'll usually take care of it. Actually, I am upstairs here today because of the fact that the connection is much failing me now, much stronger here. Like when I'm downstairs, for instance, just so you guys know, when I'm using my phone, like even though I'm in my own house and I'm downstairs, that's hitting LTE. I'm not getting like my own Wi-Fi in my house and when I'm in the movie library. So whenever I'm contacting you guys, I'm using LTE. 13 Wolf. Okay, you got to know this because I mentioned this at the video before. Only Alan so far knew the series. Only a couple people knew what the show was. But Werewolf, the 1987-88 TV series Werewolf, is getting released. It's finally getting released from Elephant Films, which I didn't know existed, but I know them now, and I'll be looking at their stuff from here on out. But 13 Wolfman, are you a fan of the TV series Werewolf? I am going to assume you are, but but you can let me know. Don't go silent on me, 13 Wolfman. Fantastic show. Thank you, Mike. See, and incredible. What was really great about that show is, aside from the actors, it has an amazing like werewolf costumes, like in their practical costumes. As far as it's coming from France, and as far as I know, it's not going to be cut. Because I don't think they'd put it out right now if it was. So it's going to be a 6-disc set, and it's going to have a 52-page book to go along with it as well. It is the first time that it's been coming out, like an actual official, like supposedly uncut release. Fugitive with Werewolf, yeah. Which is a great thing. By the way, guys, if you're here, please hit the like button. It helps my channel a lot, and if you're somebody that like gets peeved sometimes because you don't get notifications when my videos start up, that's because people forget to hit the like button, and YouTube puts me down in their algorithm. That's how it all works. Elephant Films is located in France, but the good news about this is because the show Werewolf was shot in English, we will be getting an English soundtrack. It does have options for French subtitling, but the French subtitling is removable, so it's nothing that's burnt in to the picture. So always good there. So that's good news, and we just found that out today. So I was super stoked and excited, and that's one of the reasons I made a video earlier on. Now, as far as other releases that are coming out, like we can look at any company that you want to tonight, because basically I can hop over to their website. I've got Severin up here. I know 13 Wolfman's a little bit like not exactly happy right now because him and me both are waiting for their stuff. And Vinegar Syndrome is here as well. Well, it's closer to PAL. I mean, there's very little difference with the French than with, there's a huge difference between NTC and PAL, but there is very little difference between PAL and the format that's used over in France, and also Morocco too, by the way. So this is something I do know a bit about. I have some releases from Morocco that came actually from France. So there's not a huge difference between the PAL and the French format. It's very, very similar. I can't remember the name. I had the name on top of my tongue too. Then I bit my tongue. Well, yeah, it's done like it's pretty much uses the same type of what's the word I'm looking for? So when I go to Morocco, CCAM. Thank you, Scholar. That's exactly what I'm looking for. When I go to Morocco, for instance, I will have what you call an adapter, and the neat thing here, less CCAM, like that, is that most of your electronic equipment that you got, by the way, guys, whether it's a TV or a video game system, even some like electronics that get in your kitchen, they use like dual wattage, so you could take a TV that you have right there over in North America, take it over to another country like Morocco or France or England or somewhere like that, and all you'd have is need an adapter, and you can watch it with no problem. It's not going to be any kind of wattage or speed issues or anything like that, because nowadays most electronic equipment is actually made with both countries in mind. So if you look on your TV, most TVs will have both type of wattage in there. Something I had to look into recently, because obviously moving. So that was a big thing for me. I'm waiting for your Barnes & Noble thing they ordered. Your shipping confirmation was 8 days ago. Try waiting. Eureka, man, I'm waiting a month, man. Is there any news on Unearthed Films, more classic film? I'm not quite sure. I haven't heard anything else from Unearthed Films recently. Oh, what I should put up here, though, is actually Imprint, because I've been very impressed with Imprint. I don't have any other stuff yet. I do need to get Cauldron films as well. But let's see what the latest Imprint is. For those unaware, which... So this is Imprint. It's an Australian company. They put out some really cool editions. What's coming out right now is When Worlds Collide. I'm sorry, you can see that, right? When Worlds Collide. Let's just fall off. Night Falls on Manhattan. No Way to Treat a Lady. That's a really good one. Place in the Sun and The Carpetbaggers. So they have some really cool stuff, and you can buy the Imprint stuff. If you go into Shop Now, for instance, which I have not done before, so let's see if this works for me. And of course, what they got coming out is like Danger Diabolique is coming out, the Essential Film Noir collection, Heart 8. You can buy it like bundles. So Imprint's got a August bundle, and if you buy it from their website, for instance, okay, it's 25% off. So that comes to like $150 Australian. And the October bundle is going to be much pricier because it's got some box sets. It's $399. Wow, that's a pricey one. But the October bundle is, and we spoke about it on here when it was first announced, because you guys told me about it, is Major Dundee, Danger Diabolique, Day of the Locust, Heart 8, John C. Reilly, okay, The Winslow Boy, the Bob Hope Collection, 1939 to 1940, Essential Film Noir Collection Volume 1, 1947 to 1957, and Jonathan Livingston Seagull. So the includes all imprints from the third range of releases. So there's been 3 bundles that they put out. The August bundle, which is still available. I think that the bundle that came out before that is out of print, but they do still have some of the films. Was the When Worlds Collide, No Way to Treat a Lady, which I do recommend. It's a really good Rod Steiger film, by the way. So the Cauldron films are selling out. Good to know, Warlock, and good to let people know, by the way. The Place in the Sun, Carpetbaggers, and Night Falls on Manhattan. So for $150, regular $199.75, 5 titles there. Not too bad, actually. Actually, not too bad. No Way to Treat a Lady. It's a favorite of mine, actually. With Rod Steiger, Lee Remick, George Segal, and Ellen Heckart. Well, what they said is that the very last of the releases that are going from the sale are going out on August the 13th. So they're continually sending things out on a daily basis. They only have like 1 or 2 people on staff that are actually packing things and sending them out. But everything should be sent out by August the 13th. So that's the end date for the very last Severin order to come out. So with that being said, I am going to guess mine will be on August the 13th, and I'll get them sometime in September. Late September, because to Canada, right? But considering I got this, and Severin did an amazing job with this, I will gladly wait for those titles there, because I'm super excited for the Severin titles that I got coming, and there's some of my favorites that I've ever got, and I'm just blatantly excited about that. Let's open up the. I want to see do we have the? Where's the film noir set at? There we go. Now I'm trying to do this so you guys can see it. Obviously this is way too small, but I'm trying to see if it gets big. Come on, grow, you mighty oak. It doesn't get very big. Hey, triple feature, welcome, man. Making dinner for the young ones, always more important than me. But unless you want to make dinner for me, that'd be awesome. So let's look at the Cauldron films. So Cauldron Films is done by the guys from Diabolic DVD. So let's bring them up. Living Dead: The Manchester Morgue's out already, by the way, guys. I'm surprised to see that one. But here it is right here. Let's go to it right now. Let's see if they're still in stock. I'm not sure if it's in payment order or not because I paid for mine right away. Like mine was, I bought my order and paid for it in the first night. But I think really, you know, I think it's like they'll say in order, but I think it's random. I think it's pretty random. So the two releases there are Abracadabra and American Rickshaw. They look gorgeous. It seems like something I'd be interested in, but I'll bluntly be honest. I'm not quite sure on the. Come on, get up there. So this is a great cover. Look at the American Rickshaw right there. Can I make American Rickshaw enough? So I love the cover, and it's by Sergio Martino. Well, that's always a cool thing. I do like Martino stuff. You will definitely get your key in order before you just have an order. Just saying that right now. Don't mean to be depressing, but I'm being honest. So great cover art on this one. I love the cover art. It's a slip box cover. Really enjoying that. What do we have with this one? 2K restoration, on-camera interview with director Sergio Martino, production designer Massimo Antonello. Then a now location footage, production booth podcast. Okay, cool. I like production booth podcasts. Discuss American Rickshaw. Oh, commentary with Sam Deegan and Kat Ellinger. So I do need this. I do because it's got Cam Deegan and Sam Deegan and Kat Ellinger. Can you tell it's hot here? Can you tell I'm sweating? What year was this one put out? Is that? It looks like Donald Pleasance. Is that Miss Gaylord? For those that don't know, I was into and interested in. I was into like gymnastics when I was younger, and Mitch Gaylord was like a really big gymnast, and he also did this movie called Gymkhana. That is Miss Gaylord. So yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Sergio Martino hated the film. Now, Abracadabra, I'll get you the cover for this one here because now that I know I can bring them up. So, a very cool cover here for Abracadabra. Terrible. Hey, Gymkhana is amazing because, like, there's that sequence in the film where, like, just by coincidence, they're chasing him. And there just happens to be, like, what the equivalent of, like, a gymnastic horse right there in the middle of in the town, so he can like just go on and like use his Gymkhana on all of them. The perfect combo. See, as a guy that did gymnastics and free running and climbing and stuff like that when I was younger, Gymkhana was like, yeah, man, I can totally do that. That's realistic. So who did Abracadabra? Goblin-esque soundtrack. Oh, this is a newer one, right? CD. Behind the scenes, not a lot with this one, but interesting stuff nonetheless. I do like the fact that I can bring up. Thank you, Diabolic DVD. I love the fact that I can actually come in here and bring up the titles. So if I want to go here, for instance, and look at, I don't know, let's go to Blue Underground. So if I want to check on the latest Blue Underground, like I'm very interested in this movie right here, Daughters of Darkness. So here's the cover for Daughters of Darkness. I want the 4K of this one. I do like this film. And John Carlin, of course, from, most of us horror fans are going to know him from the series Dark Shadows. Check out Classic Movies, etc. website. I'll check him out after. But I remember most from Cagney and Lacey, which was a TV series that I really enjoyed. Well, kind of. Not for everybody, though. Not for everybody. And feature-wise, oh wow. Feature-wise on Daughters of Darkness, this looks good, guys. Auto commentary number 1, auto commentary number 2, auto commentary number 3 is Kat Ellinger, so I have to buy it. Locations of Darkness playing, okay, new theatrical trailers, new alternate U.S. main titles, new poster and still gallery, bonus CD. Okay, yes. So this is the 4K release, and the 4K release is finally coming with the CD. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because you guys will know this. Didn't their initial Lucio Fulci releases that they put out in 4K and the Maniac, like Zombie Maniac, didn't those like come out without the CDs? Like if you really wanted to get the CD and the 4K edition, you had to have like the big lenticular one with the CD, and you'd have to buy the 4K separately and kind of like Frankenstein them together. Now, if I'm incorrect, you can let me know. But I think that was the case. But this here edition right here, Daughters of Darkness, it's bucking that trend, and I guess Blue Underground are listening to the people, and actually now including the CD with the 4K release. So I am super stoked about that. So on the 4K release, you're going to get a 4K Ultra HD, you're going to get a Blu-ray, and you're going to get a CD as well. And I did not know that until I saw this here. Thank you to Diabolic DVD for having all the information here. If you've never ordered from Diabolic DVD, they are a really cool company, and I definitely recommend them. So let's go to New York Ripper, for instance, because I am curious. Does it have the CD? And it doesn't. So right here, New York Ripper has the 4K Ultra HD and the Blu-ray. So Daughters of Darkness is going to be the first time that they're including the CD along with the 4K Ultra HD and the Blu-ray. So I'm going to say this right now as a person that loves CD soundtracks with his releases and loves getting horror in 4K. Please buy Daughters of Darkness. I have no ties with Blue Underground, but right now I'm saying this. I want to see Blue Underground continue to do 4Ks, but I really want to see them continue to do these soundtracks as well. Buy Daughters of Darkness. Let them know you're excited to have a 4K with a CD as well. I'm super stoked for that. Is that this? Yeah, this is my masterpiece collection. I do kind of. Do you have a right? Would you? You wish you had you still wish you had a way to play CDs, River? Do you have a Blu-ray or DVD player? Because you know those play CDs, right? If you have like a Blu-ray player or a DVD player or a video game system, all of those play CDs. So you still have a way to play CDs. And if you have a computer that has well, you know, like mine does right here. This is an old one, so I got a DVD player on the right here. Mac does it cool. They put it on the side. There you go. See? A lot of people, see, I would forget that too. Yeah, if you have a computer, you can convert them to MP3s and take them on the go. PS4 doesn't play CDs. I think it does, actually. Check it out. I can check it out later. I can find it out. But this is the Alfred Hitchcock Masterpiece Collection. I love this set. I do watch a lot of these movies a lot. Hitchcock is my jam. He's one of my guys. Do you guys want to know what I'm watching right now? Like, what's on the radar? This before I go any farther with this, though I do love having this up there. It's beautiful, beautiful. Well, I'm getting the 4K set. Yes, because Psycho is going to be in 4K. Not right away, but I do want the Psycho one. Throw it in now. Find out. Let me know. I want to know. So I recently watched Vice Squad, and this is an excellent film. Why do I still have it upstairs if I got it watched? Well, I'm not sure if you got this release, but if you do, there is a ton of features on here. Ton of features. And when I say a ton of features, I don't mean like there's like a 15-minute interview. No, almost every interview on this one here is like an hour long, like 45 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour long. So they had an interview here with God. Well, they got one with Bruce Frankish, one with Gary Sherman. That was a really long one, actually. Beverly Todd was a really big one. There's an interview with Michael Ensign as well. Great movie, by the way. Definitely check it out. So aside from having that up here, I have ones that I'm doing for review purposes right now. I'm going to be reviewing eventually Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death. What's my favorite Blue Underground release? Oh, God. Maybe Maniac or maybe Zombie. I would say this, but I don't own it. But when I get it, when does this one come out? Probably going to be this one. Probably going to. Is Dark Force my least favorite label? Still is, because, and it could be just be me, but something hits me wrong about the way that he promotes. And sometimes it seems like, and this again, to each his own. I will never shame somebody for liking something or anything like that. But like that when Bill's in the hospital and all that type of stuff, that it just rubbed me wrong. Gonna check Second Sight to see if they are releasing anything apart from the Dawn of the Dead. They are eventually going to be releasing Martin, but as for right now. Aside from like just being kind of super hot up here, and I'm eventually going to get a fan, pre-orders and latest releases. What do you guys think of this location? Like in all seriousness, like definitely the Strangers limited edition comes out on 28th of September, and of course Walkabout. I know that my friend Brian from Just the Disc is actually he's watching Walkabout this weekend, I think. I love their look on Strangers. And let's see what they got. See if they got anything new here. So we got the theatrical and extended cut of the film, a new interview with the director, a new interview with the editor, a new interview with Liv Tyler. Damn, I'm going to have to rebuy this film. An interview with the actor Laura Margolis, cast and crew interviews, limited edition slip book, box set, and a softcover book with essays by Anton Bittel and Mary Beth McAndrews. Plus stills and behind the scenes. Really, really sexy looking. Look at that. So of course, Walkabout came out, and of course Revenge recently came out as well. I just dropped off the Church and the Sect. That is cool. I'm waiting to find out if like the PS4 plays CDs. I'm not joking. Because but yeah, so they got the 4K edition. I really need this. Oh, God, I can't afford it, but I need it. This is the Dawn of the Dead box set. Did you get the Revenge set, Warlock? Because it looks amazing. I like that film too. I really like that film. It's hard, man. It's hard to keep track. It's hard to keep up with this stuff. Their Revenge of the Living, the Return of the, their Dawn of the Dead set is amazing. It's the 4K release of it is October 26th, 2020. I've never ordered from this company before, like directly. Can I ask you a question? Like anybody that's ordered, I'm sure Warlock, you got this on pre-order. So I'm going to ask you right now. And is payment taken right away? Payment. Okay, it's right here. Payment will be taken immediately. Damn. Because I won't go into all the features, but we have a UHD disc for the theatrical cut, for the extended cans cut, and the Argento cut. There's a 4th Blu-ray just of special features. There are 3 audio CDs with some amazing library cues, and the Goblin soundtrack is on the first audio CD as well. I really need that. And it's only 79 pounds. I mean, no, that sounds like a lot for one movie, but it's Dawn of the Dead, man. Always after ship date? See, I know a lot of companies, like if you pre-order, but you pre-order through, if you pre-order through the company site, you go through PayPal. Hey there, Adam. If you go through PayPal, then you're charged immediately, and if you go through through a credit card, then you're charged initially for like a day or two, and then the charge drops off until the set gets released, and then they charge your credit card. So some places are different. Are you serious? Wow, PS4 can't play CDs. Which makes me want to check something. Let's do this really quickly. Yep, so if anybody want to know what my favorite system of this generation is, that's not called the Switch. If I was going to pick one up, Xbox One, 100% over the PS4. Does the PS4 have some really nice exclusive titles? Yes, but can the PS4 play UHDs or CDs? No, that's a major failure. Either Dale, welcome. That is horrible. I've got a PS4 downstairs that's getting dust right now, to be honest with you. I haven't played it in a while. I know there's Last of Us 2 and all that going on, that new, was it Samurai game? But I'm still playing. I'm a kid at heart. I'm still playing Animal Crossing on my Switch. And, of course, Pokemon, because, I'm a 5-year-old. I am a 5-year-old. Yeah, Don, it's on to UK only, from the website. Oh, man, are you serious? That blows. Just please note this item ships only to UK. So let us go to Amazon UK and look for Dawn of the Dead. But let's try and spell it right this time. Dawn if the Dead. No, not Dawn if the Dead. Aaron, you cannot spell. And is it here? Is it not at Amazon UK? And it's not here. Is it Ramiro? They won't. So that's it. So, in other words, what happens here, by the way, sometimes, guys, if you ever look for something on Amazon UK that you know is out, but it's not showing up. Like, for instance, Brian let me know from Just This. Let me know when the Fu Manchu set became available on the UK, Amazon UK. So I went looking for it. And I couldn't find it. I went in under search. It didn't show up. So I finally had to go back to Twitter, where where Brian had announced it at. And I clicked on the link. Then I got to it because it wouldn't come up for me looking for it, and said this is not available to be sent to your region, which really sucks. Really blows that there's certain things. How did you get a Warlock? Did you go through Diabolique, or did you go through Unobstructed View for the for that set? Unobstructed View's had a sale going on right now. My dad actually just recently got his Unobstructed View releases, and he didn't take that long. Unlike mine, that actually took a while. But one of mine got lost too, to be honest with you. And they went out and they actually got me a new copy. I was super excited and super stoked from that. So this is the Unobstructed View website. So let's see if Dawn of the Dead is there. Dawn of the Dead. I don't see it. Nope, looks like it's not there yet. So, before I go any farther, or do any more into this right now, I want to ask you out there right now. So there's 41 of you out there, and a lot of you guys are here a lot of the time. What do you think of this new format for my channel? To be up here and to have my computer so we can look at stuff. I can actually bring collection stuff up here as well, down from Diabolic DVD because you're in the US. I got to check that, Mary, because I've been meaning to order from them for a while. So, because if you guys like this, I can set this up a bit better. I was wearing a white shirt. I wish I could, man. This is my only, like, use my mad computer skills. You see me like doing some hacking. It'd be like, what's that movie again with Matthew Broderick? War Games, right? It'd be like War Games. You prefer me being in the museum, but do you prefer losing connection? Because that's been an issue I've been having lately, especially where my iPad is older. So I won't be doing it all in here. Like I will be doing like going back and forth, but it's really going to depend on the. I like the fact it's actually a private anonymous. Shh, we don't tell. Actually, you know, I might be. Especially where I'm shaded like this. Like it's kind of darker. The room seems, this room, oh yeah, it definitely does. I mean, like the Wi-Fi connection here is I'm not on my LTE here, so my phone actually lasts a lot longer. So like a lot of times when I'm doing downstairs where it is on LTE, the connection takes a lot longer to go. It's feel more. So I'll be doing a bit of both. So don't think either one's going either way. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on this room while we're using it. The Elephant Man is coming out. So Diabolic DVD, which may become one of my favorites actually. How are they to shipping to Canada, Warlock? Because I know you'd know. Well, I gotta be careful. What's what I put on there? I think I'm already on there. So let's go to something. It doesn't matter what it is. Let's go shop. And oh my god. Let's go to, what is it again? Browse by label. Quick way to do it. They're expensive. Yikes. That's what I was worried about. Stress Central, Indicator. See, what's the latest thing from Unearthed Films? Torment, Unearthed 2 Extreme. Anything older? Nothing's really sticking out there from Unearthed Films. Nightwish is the last one that I really need. But where's the search button on this thing? Come on, search button. Okay, dismiss. Okay, thank you. Now looks for Dawn of the Dead. 4K release. Is the box set sold out? I'm guessing it's sold out. There. Well, damn. Well, at least I can get the Claudio Simonetti's Goblin soundtrack Dawn of the Dead if I really want to. Yeah, but who isn't these? Yeah, it's true enough. Who isn't? Amazon. Amazon's expensive. That's like as much you might want to not want to buy from Amazon, and you think the evils of Amazon. That's cheap. It's cheap and it comes fast, especially lately. Don't know if anybody else, like I ordered from Amazon and for a while it was like taking really slow, but now it's Pure Later. It's coming from Pure Later, and it's super quick. So Pure Later, you guys kind of rock. What companies don't ship to the US, to Canada anymore? Like I know obviously Code Red because we're evil and steal all their stuff. But Zavvi US sells copies. Thank you. No, I didn't see that. So thank you very much. I'm a big fan of Zavvi. It take a while to get to me, but I've always ordered, been satisfied with my orders I got from Zavvi. Like Zavvi had initially, like there was the the Birth of the Living Dead. Like remember that documentary that came out on Night of the Living Dead? So that was originally a Zavvi exclusive. So I got that originally from Zavvi. Like Amazon UK wasn't getting it. The hammer, the big hammer like cube that I showed you guys here when I was doing my hammer video, that also came from Zavvi as well. Sometimes it's not really shipped like packaged extremely well, but I'm okay with that because nowadays I'll be honest with you, everybody seems to package the same. the best packaging I get nowadays are from Vinegar Syndrome 7. These tend to have the best packaging. Not sure about like the other companies, but Vinegar Syndrome 7 I've ordered, I guess, from definitely like more recently. Because look at this. This. They're in a Chicago place. Oh, does that mean I can't buy from Dark Forces? Oh man. Damn. Base.com, Don. Why the heck did that get stopped for a second? That Don, the 4K set. Yeah, like I got the so many popcorn peanuts. Did you get a lot of those too? Like I was opening mine, it was like just like all these popcorn, all these like these peanuts, and I love them because it's like it kept my set safe. I did watch this. I'm going to be doing a review of this actually sometime next week. But one thing I can say while you're waiting, yeah, buy this set. I've watched every film on this set now, and I will do a review on it down the road. But I am going to say right now, buy this set. If you like Giallo, buy that set. If you like thrillers and mysteries, buy that set. If you like films that have like some really cool little twists in them, buy that set. 3 cuts. You prefer the original cut of the film? Because of like the faster pacing or like the soundtrack? Are you serious? Christine won't listen. Is she here tonight? Is she on here? Is she with you? So Uzi, is she with you tonight? Because here we go. If she's not, make her watch this afterwards. So here we go. Hey there, Christine. Uzi's 100% right. The Lindsay Carroll Baker set. It is 100% Call to Cinema approved, and one of what I consider a Call to Cinema must buy. It's that damn good. Also, if you ever watch the soap opera General Hospital, there's an actress on there, plays a character named Ava, named Maura West, and man, does she ever look like Carol Baker. You're going to be, I just finished the last movie, AME. You're going to be, I hope, at least, because I think you're going to be excited when you watch it. And you see like all the features that are on there, the commentaries, the CDs. Yes, really great stuff. And there's a song. There's a song you can get addicted to. I never did check Dark Side releasing in Canada. I did not, did I? Well, we're here. Let's do it. Take out the caps lock. I can put this on here, right? If I like see a bunch of nudity, I'm just going to be coming. I'm coming after you, dude. Erotic and erotic horror. So we can't look at these too much. But let's just see if there's anything down here that we can see. The Dark Side releases. Exploration Cult Film Collection. The Girls Kick Ass Collection. Horror. Let's see if we can go to horror. We'll see if we can go to horror. Yeah. Looks pretty dark, man. I haven't seen much of their stuff. A little worried. I'm gonna have to go off that website for now. So I will check out Dark Side Films on my own and not put it up here because I have enough problems with YouTube. Actually, just kind of what's the word? Yeah, every single video that I do now gets demonetized, and it will get remonetized usually like 24 to 48 hours later, meaning that the initial views that these videos get does not get to me. There is no monetization on that. Question for you guys, since there's a lot of you guys in it right now, because I don't think anybody really answered me before or just didn't listen. I am looking to get some stuff for a podcast that I'm going to do. I've been mentioning it for a while. What's the claim for? I'm not quite sure. By the time, I guess it usually takes 24, 48 hours. I'll just hit on like a review, and it'll come back again. But so I have the chance to get a microphone, and I could wait and get the Blue Yeti, which I will definitely have to save up for. I'll have a super chat video for that if that's the case, and hopefully some of you guys will be nice to me. But I also have the chance to get a blue snowball ice for a decent price. Oh, they're use blue snowball. Now the difference. Say, Amy, this is where I need your help. There's two versions. So there's a blue snowball, which has like the three. You know, you can do Omni on there, and it has like two capsules. And the blue snowball ice is doesn't have like it's not Omni. It's just cardioid. So basically, you know, in front, it doesn't have the the option to change the audio. Now, some people find that the option to change the audio is annoying though, and they don't like it as much. They'd rather it, just be good. Samsung Go. I don't know the Samsung Go. Now, most of my friends that I know that do podcasts do use the like my friend Brian, for instance, he uses the blue snowball. He's got 2 or 3 of them that he uses for his. And that's why, when he got his daughter on there or his wife on there, they can all be on there together. Now he uses kind of like a mixing board that you stick into your computer and stuff like that. But I'm trying to make mine to pretty much to start out with wait for the Yeti then. So like save up for the Yeti, or is the snowball okay? It's a snowball ice, so it doesn't have doesn't have Omni on it. And music podcast with $30 Behringer mic. I've looked at the Behringer, but that's ones you hold like that, right? Well, you can get like an arm too, so you're okay with that. So it's going to take a while for me to get used to and get to that. I have been wanting to make some like initial kind of almost sample podcast episodes with my better half actually. So they'd be audio, not video. So we'll be like, we'll be making it together. That's the other thing. Like if we're doing it together, is it okay for a mic, like one snowball? Blue Snowball is kind of like, it's Blue Snowball, Blue Yeti were kind of the go-to when it came to like a lot of podcasting and a lot of like a lot of the people you listen to podcasts of. Though 13 Wolfman's got a Samsung Go mic, which I got to check into as well. In this heat, I definitely can't do it like in a. You may want a multi-directional. That's what I wonder about. That's what. See, the Blue Snowball, or the Blue Yeti, does have Omni in it, so we can do it together. If it's just me, then I don't have to worry. Then I get just the Blue Snowball ice. But I'm just wondering, is it possible for the Blue Snowball ice to without too much cumbersome, use it, or should I just really be saving up for the more expensive one, but get it because it'll be good. So yeah, because I'm actually thinking of that. That's the one issue. Because I know I see so many videos with that big round snowball there, and I've watched obviously a lot of tech videos on it. You build a mic stand, but you have skills there, man. Skills that I don't have. Like for instance, when I go to Morocco, we're getting a coffee table, which is I'm not making, but we're getting somebody to make. So not my skills, somebody else's skills. All right, so I did call it merch. See, I don't have any merch like really right now. I'm trying to think of something. I'll be honest with you, because can I be blunt? Uh, this has been a rougher time right now for us here in the household, and because of that, I know that's been a rougher time for other people as well. So that's kind of the reason why I don't push the super chat or the Patreon too much, because I know everybody's having it a bit harder right now, and I don't want anybody to take anything away from themselves that they can't afford. That that's that's not how I run things. Though I do kind of want to work with the I do eventually want to get this done. Oh, George, have a great evening there. Sorry, you're screwed. I'm not. That is not good. Hey there, Brian. So right now, it's what I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. So whether that's going to be, I've thought of like adding a Discord server for my for the people that are on Patreon, and I've tried to think of some other ideas. The thing with merchandise is it's okay if you got like a few a few people, because with merchandise, if it's like a T-shirt or something like that, you kind of have to buy in bulk. And if I spent like bulk on like a T-shirt or a mug or something like that, and then it was only like 9 or 10 people that actually bought it, then I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot. It's a big project. YouTube came up with this, and it almost seems like Patreon too. Movie club stickers. That's an idea, actually. That's not a bad idea. Like Time for Tea stickers or some specific movie club style stickers. I gotta look into that. Thank you, guys. That's really appreciated, because I've been trying to look into a way to actually earn a little bit of like money on the side for my channel, and to do more things for my channel. It's been frustrating for me as a YouTuber to have sometimes when I'm hitting the reconnect button downstairs, I'm trying to get things to work, and because this machine gets frustrating sometimes. So I'm like, sometimes I'm just like, I just can't do it. I want to like maybe I can do a podcast tonight instead, and kind of do a bit of both. So I'll be looking into some different stuff, and thank you guys so much for your ideas and stuff like that. And if any of you guys are interested in that type of stuff, like definitely let me know. So I'll be working on stuff like that. I do want to do kind of like a movie club member on your YouTube channel. Yeah, like there's a thing like where you can do like a membership on your YouTube channel. I'm not quite sure how that works. I'm guessing similar to Patreon, except it's right on like your channel. I didn't think initially that that's something I'd be able to do. Yeah, right behind me, dude. I got all the Power Rangers, and you see a couple of the Ultramans there too. Like there's a thing like on this right now, by the way, on like even on like on our super chat, like on all my chats have super chat ability, right? So one of the things that it does is it lets people like one person did this actually, bought a sticker, and I did not know this was a thing. So they bought a sticker that came up on the screen. And so I'll be working on some of that stuff and saying exactly what comes up out of it, and what you guys, and I'll be doing some polls down the road, see what you guys are interested in. Yeah, when it comes to like, are you talking about doing like a group commentary type thing, or like a movie watch? Oh, Sir Minnie's got like so Heath is amazing, but Heath also has like a channel, like and a website, so it's easier with a website. I've often thought of doing a Call to Cinema website, but I haven't got around to that yet. If this was my only thing, then yes, 100%, I would have a Call to Cinema website up by now. But I never thought that I would be doing this this many years down the road. Kind of pre-purchase of a limited slip version. Ooh, I never thought about that. But how would I get the slip done? I would have to get an artist to do that, though, wouldn't I? I got to look into that. Do I have a blog? I'm a writer, but I used to a long time ago. Kubrick, I used to have a blog, but I don't now. No, it's a great idea. It's like, it's an amazing idea, especially where I run a movie-oriented channel. I do want to do like a live commentary type thing, and whether I stick with the way Patreon goes right now, or I add on like the YouTube membership thing, and I want to do some like I want to do certain things that are definitely like, there are people that, and I got to say, that have been amazing and they've been with my Patreon since I started it, since day one, and a couple times, like, bluntly honest, that saved my ass. It's 1 month in particular that really, I forgot that was coming through, and I had a bill hit at that exact same time, and it saved my butt. Like, it really saved my butt. So I'm trying to find a way to, make sure that there's something I can do, whether it's going to be like a server or like have them on for like a live commentary type thing. But I've been trying to keep everything on my channel. I don't want barriers or walls on my channel. I don't want somebody to come here and feel like they can't get something because they haven't paid or anything like that. It's a really hard time right now for a lot of people, and I don't want that to be a thing. When it becomes too worky like that, then it's not fun for anybody. Oh, youngest. Well, let's have a good night with the little one. Anyway, that's enough of that talk. That's the stuff I don't like talking about a lot. But I do every once in a while. It's good to talk about. It's good to get your ideas. The slipcover idea is really nice. I like that. Paper mask of me. That's a scary thought. I've actually just downloaded StreamYard, and I'm looking at that to do like a collaboration. Obviously, with me and Logan, we're supposed to do a collaboration. I'm still working on that. I'm trying to figure out StreamYard. There's definitely a few people, you guys, that I want to collaborate with down the road. Just to let you guys know, if you're interested in, I'm going to be reaching out to a few of you. Or whether you do like your own YouTube channel, and by the way, if any of you guys do podcasts and stuff like that, you ever want me on sometime, then that's, I'm good with stuff like that as well. I've been blessed that I've had like people just reach out and to me for like certain things. I know that there's a Twin Peaks podcast that's stopped for a while now, and I think it's coming up again in October. And I was asked if I wanted to like kind of step in like for an episode of that, which I may be doing. I've been very blessed and very lucky when it comes to this, because I've had a lot of like, I've had a lot of opportunities to meet a lot of really cool people due to this. I used to be a guy that listened to Just to This like all the time, man, and but I never really thought I'd be on it. I just used to listen to it. And now I've been on the show. I love Michael Keane, actually. He does some really cool stuff. There is definitely, I'm not sure, Bunk, I know you've been on his streams. I've never been on his streams, unfortunately, because I've always find out about them after they're over. Did you tell him I said hi, by the way? Because I told you to do that. I bet you forgot. But yeah, well, there's definitely a real like, there's a serious connection in our type of like watching and stuff. With 13 Wolfman, I wonder if 13 Wolfman would do that down the road. Would you do a 13 video collaboration? I'm not going to put 13 Wolfman on the spot. If he's like, no, screw you, man. And, Adam, you mean Adam Caesar? You mean the author? Really good guy, by the way. Got to like he's really good at getting back to people on Twitter and on his comment section. By the way, guys, if I don't get back to you on the comment section, and it takes like a week or two, that's because normally I'm commenting on here. Did he know who I was, Bunk? I bet he didn't know who I was, but I know he is, so there we go. I actually had my first kind of company reach out to me with a movie to review. So that's kind of neat. So I'm going to be reviewing a film. I got to check to make sure it's all legit. So they sent me like a code. You know, you go online, you get a code, and you can watch the movie through the code. So I have one that I got to review through there. He was so, no, not Michael, not stoned, not him. And when I say that, I'm not saying that as a judgy type way. I'm saying that as, yeah, damn straight. So many YouTubers are under the influence. I'm not right now, just so you know. But I'm in Canada. It's legal here. I totally could be. But for me, I do a lot of live videos, and I have to be on, hopefully see it anyway, I have to be on the ball. So I'm pretty much hearing stuff all the way through. Have a great evening there, Bunk. If you see Michael again, say hi for me. I got Warlock and 13 Wolfman wouldn't do collabs on the road, so that's going to be fun. I just got to get the StreamYard thing worked out. And then we'll think of ideas. I like the idea of having different people on. I know Cinema Dave actually mentioned coming here. You too, Amy, excellent. So eventually when I get StreamYard figured out, what I'll do is have probably one person on at a time, or maybe two people sometimes. We'll do like some collab videos, so we'll pick some ideas. It could be like sales coming up. It could be a certain director or a certain type of films. Amy, obviously, something Asian oriented is going to be there. And with some people, it could be almost like a Siskel and Ebert, I like this movie, you don't type of thing. Let's argue about it and have you guys be on it. Imagine if Siskel and Ebert was like around back in the day, right? Italian horror, that's right, you do know your Italian horror. But now, and you could have Siskel and Ebert with a bunch of people, like talking and giving their own opinions at the same time as Siskel and Ebert were doing their thing, doing their reviews type of thing. Kind of a neat thought. You want to get more involved? YouTube is a great place. I mean, there are some not so great things. There's the toxicity thing, but you stay out of that and just stay into the happy part of YouTube. It's fantastic. How good they are. Well, especially Logan's Run. We could do a Logan's Run one, and I would make you like Logan's Run. You're thinking you wouldn't, but although you see me on here like this right now, sweating my butt off, here's a secret. I can be surprisingly charismatic when I want to be. I know that's hard to believe, especially if you've been watching this channel, but it can happen. Oh, I used to watch Table of Five. They used to come on where did it come on here? Showcase, I think, or Bravo, one of those things. That was a fun one. A channeling clever. You should do a channel, man. Do your thing. I mean, the only thing I say, talk about the stuff you really, when you go in, the first thing you do, you find a good topic, find something you're super passionate about, if you want to talk about movies and stuff like that. Or IFC, yeah, I forgot about IFC. And just go with that. If you want to start it really easy, you want to be really simple with it first. A lot of people are nervous when they started. I was. Then you just go on. You want to do a collection video. You want to start showing your collection, something like that. Let people know. Separate channel just for collaborations. Neat idea, but the thing is, the hard part about don't do it to be rich. Do it because you like it. Look, if you're gonna see, look, this is me. I've been doing this for 9 years now, and if I'm not getting rich now, I ain't getting rich off this. That being said, it has enabled me to meet and talk to people that I didn't think I ever would before. Is Popcorn Steelbook Blu-ray DVD combo still available? I don't think so. Let me just see. So that was done by Snaps, right? If I remember correctly. If it is, that'd be awesome. I got the regular edition. I didn't get like the Steelbook edition. So where are their Steelbooks at? Horror right here. Let's just look up Popcorn. Really good film, by the way, and really good one. And is their Steelbook still available? It looks like it is, actually. So it is a little pricey, but if you're in the United States, then you're good. $45.95 for the Steelbook edition of it. This here. And if you want the regular edition of it, it is $34.95, but I'm sure you can get it for cheaper on Amazon. Oh, I learn stuff every day on YouTube. So I'm still. Invite me on sometime when you want. When you're feeling comfortable and you want to do it at Terran Dan, I would definitely come on. Because no, I obviously talk about obscure cult stuff. Now that being said, when you start your podcast, when you got it there, you got your name, you got your podcast, you got an episode or so up, let me know. Not only will I listen to it, I'll actually mention it here on the channel so other people listen to it as well. This is the home of obscure movies. I am the Z-grade movie guy that just happens to like some really... Or here, to put it to you, the Grease 2 way. There's a part in Grease 2 where basically Stephanie is talking to Michael, and she says, and she says, well, yeah, you really know your stuff, you know, talking about like Shakespeare, right, and Othello and stuff like that. And he said, I don't know this stuff any more than you do. I just know a few big words that impress English teachers. So there we go. That's your Grease 2 reference for today. My uniqueness, my oddness, probably. I gotta say, most of my audience members, I got like are amazing, and I do have like the one thing I do like is that a lot of you guys come back, and that's also super cool as well. Let me take my pills. Let me explain. I'm epileptic, so every night, something you guys don't normally get to see is I take medication. It's very important to me. Not getting all wonky on camera. I can say that because I am the guy that has to deal with that. Damn it. Oh, God. So, what just happened is I took my pills. Valproic acid, otherwise known as Depakote. Good eye with the phenobarb thing. I do take phenobarbital. I've been taking phenobarbital since I've been 3 years of age. And when I was in grade 7, after they had said I was cured from having seizures, they took me off all medication. And oh my God. And then they told me I had to go back on it after I had a seizure, and I was in the hospital for like 3 months. And so they couldn't find any medications for me. That can be a depressant. But I guess the phenobarb kind of like rounds it out, right? What would I be like without medication? I've been taking this since I've been like these two medications since grade 7. Would I be a totally different person? Would I not like these crazy films? Would I not be able to get on camera and talk like this? Who knows? I feel like I should be talking. The whole shadow thing makes me feel like I should be talking all film noirish or something creepy. You know, the whole he knows you're alone type of thing. Flash Gordon, I saw that in IMAX a while back, actually, a few years back when I was in living in St. John's. It's one of my better half's favorite films. It's one of the 4Ks we gotta have because she really loves Flash Gordon. Medicated call cinema. I like that. But Cinematech, that is awesome. It's going to be great. It's a film that looks great on the big screen. It is utterly stunning and looks amazing in IMAX. It's on the theater when it came out. I did too, actually. I actually teased my better half about that for the longest time, 13 Wolfman. That, like, because she was a huge fan of Flash Gordon. Jodorowsky's, of course. We watched it a few times too. We're big fans. We're big documentary fans in this house. Like, on any given day, you're going to see, like, me watching a documentary. So, just to give you an idea, where's it at? Is it here? I brought up my Val Lewton documentary to watch, like, over the weekend because I'm going to rewatch some Val Lewton stuff, and I wanted to do a video on that. And because I just finished the Umberto Lenzi box set, Evelyn Stewart has a part in the last film, Knife of Ice, and I thought she was in this one. I could be wrong. I know Brenda Balkan's in this one, but Footprints on the Moon. It's really nice to have this little shelf up here because I can always, like, move things back and forth from my movie library to here, and I've always got movies on hand, and I love that idea. I recommend it to anybody if they have, like, a big enough place. Journey to be seizure free. No, I haven't actually. Canadian girl seizures every 3 days. I used to be like that, Ragman. That was me. When I was a kid, I would be walking down the road, playing a board game, riding a bike. Did I watch that Sexploitation? I watched that Sexploitation 4 times. I love this film. It's long, but I really enjoyed it. I saw Dune in theaters. I loved Dune. Then I read the book and I realized, man, they didn't do a good job of it. Did I manage to pre-order Dawn of the Dead? Not yet. It's a bit pricey, so I can't do it right now. That's why I asked you guys about the microphone first, because I didn't know if I could actually afford to do it. So I think I'm going to wait on the mic until I can get the Yeti and just kind of, like, slowly save up for it. But eventually I'll pre-order stuff. If I can pre-order, like, my kids just moved into a new house too, and which is fantastic. So we wanted to get them, like, something for the house. So what we did was we got their couch, and it was a couch that was kind of it's a bed and that too. It was super cool. It is. I mean, you got to really, like, justify it. Like, the full Fu Manchu set is like 5 films. Both my kids are in the same house. Yeah, they're very close. They've always got along well. My oldest, like, her fiance, well, I guess they're not, but I guess they got promise rings, so that type of thing. So her and her girlfriend have promise rings, and my youngest is dating now too. Actually, he's going into the dating world very slowly, because he's an academic, and he's, like, we're not sure how he feels about the whole dating thing, but he's getting there. You wrote a thesis on Dune? Our robot. Wait, you had good topics. But guys, with that being said, I'm going to say this right now before I start to ramble, or before I melt before your eyes like a bad Batman villain. I am Aaron. This is not my movie library. This is my workroom. Iced coffee is going to be coffee. That's a good idea, Brian. Talk about the documentaries on the air releases. I had a fantastic time hanging out with you guys, and I will see you guys soon here again. Not sure if it's tomorrow because we're going to the beach tomorrow. So if I come on tomorrow and I'm, like, all burnt up, then you know that she didn't properly get the suntan lotion on me. Have a great night, guys. You're the Call to Cinema. You guys rock, and I'll see you guys soon. It is time for tea, even though it's too hot for it.